It is a Friday, the 7th day of March 2025. Thank you very much for being a part of the Uganda Catholic Television. Uctv News is coming to you from Nsambia, the Catholic Secretariat, and I am Sunday Gloria Aboch. Nakawa Court Chief Magistrate Esther Nyadoi has adjourned the case of Dr. Kizza Besigye and Haj Obeid Lutale to March 14, 2025, following a prosecution request for more time to gather evidence from their mobile phones. The defense lawyers opposed the request, seeking an adjournment to consult their clients before granting access to the devices. The case, which was up for mention today, saw the prosecution affirm that investigations are ongoing and should be completed within the 6-month time frame previously requested. Besigye and Lutale were arrested in November 2024 and charged with unlawful possession of firearms and ammunition, as well as threatening Uganda's security.
Very, very frustrating, of course, you know. The freedoms of Dr. Besigye, Obeid Lutale, and their liberties are curtailed. You are aware of that. Just like any other normal person, you'd take exception to that. You'd feel frustrated. You'd feel disillusioned with whatever is going on, because under normal circumstances, if they had a case against them, they would have assembled evidence by now. But to see to it that up to this particular moment, they are still fishing around to see if they can get some evidence to piece up together the case, it's a matter which is really disturbing. As I said, it's very frustrating. See, both physical and psychological torture, nothing else, because it is causing mental anguish to Dr. Besigye, causing mental anguish and frustration, disillusionment to both of them, Dr. Besigye and Obeid Lutale. These people are just struggling to manufacture evidence. You heard when we were asked as to when they are likely to complete the investigations, they were cagey. When you look at the matters before this honorable court and all the allegations they are making, one would expect that they would be ready by now to assemble the evidence which they intend to rely on and make a summary of their case, and committal papers should be made by now for the matter to be forwarded to the High Court for hearing. They indicated from the record that the file was transferred to police on the 11th of February. That's what they have indicated in the affidavit sworn by one of the officers investigating this matter. But you all know this matter started way back on the 16th of November when Dr. Besigye and Obeid were abducted and kidnapped from Kenya. They were taken to the General Court Martial, and it took some time before this matter was brought here. But now, in a surprise twist of events, they seem to suggest that actually, prior to the DPP taking over this matter, there was no investigation conducted by any government agency, which is really baffling and disturbing. Because according to what the police and the prosecution are indicating here, they are just starting on the investigations now. That actually they commenced investigations on the 4th day of March. Today is 7th. This week is when they started to conduct investigations. But they have also indicated they took over the matter on 11th February. But since then they had not started on the investigations. Now they have started. They have put in an application dated the 5th. Actually, they filed on 5th. That was Wednesday this week, seeking for an order of court to allow them access all the information regarding the phone numbers of Dr. Kizza Besigye and Obeid Lutale, which have been in their custody since the 16th of November last year. Now they are just putting an application this week that they want to access those information. They want to access that information regarding all those phones, the communications, the records concerning those particular phone numbers or lines. They are talking about five phone numbers, 5. And there are a couple of issues that we intend to raise regarding the same. They are not for now. But what is of concern right now is the way they wanted to stampede the court to have this matter heard today. You could imagine. Filed on Wednesday, served on Thursday afternoon, and they wanted it to be heard Friday morning. We opposed this. We had to oppose it in the strongest terms possible.
The Namugongo Catholic Shrine has received 100 solar lights from the family of Mr. Joseph Balikudembe, the Executive Director of Centenary Bank, to help reduce high power consumption at the site. According to Father Vincent Lubega, parish priest and rector, the shrine has long struggled with high electricity costs, often leaving some areas in the dark. Balikudembe stated that his family decided to donate the solar lights as a way of giving back to their parish, ensuring better illumination while cutting costs.
My name is Father Vincent Lubega, the parish priest and the rector of Uganda Catholic Shrine in Namugongo. Today I come with good news to you all. We have received a very great and important gift from the family of Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Balikudembe, the Executive Director of Centenary Bank. The gift is of 100 solar lights, 100 solar lights, in addition to the 10 he had given earlier. One of the problems we face in Namugongo is lighting up the premises, which is 18 acres. Very often when you pass around in the evening, you see some dark corners because we cannot afford to use meme to light the whole place. Today, we are glad to mention that the place is going to be lit completely from basing on the gift Mr. Joseph Balikudembe and the family have given us. It's a very, very great gift. Those who come on the 3rd of June, you know that we are always struggling with darkness in different corners, but I think this time it is going to be quite great. We thank him, we thank all those people he has worked with, and we keep praying that God may bless him and bless all those who have helped us. Thank you very much.
I've been the parishioner for Namugongo Parish since 1999, and over the years I've noticed that we had some dark areas within the shrine fence, and became more and more apparent through requests and inquiry that the church was also limited in increasing lights because of the cost of power. Last year alone, after the Matters Day, when we were having an engagement, it became clear that within a space of 2 to 3 weeks, there was a bill of umeme of about 11 million shillings, which is a substantial amount of money. So over the period then, we started engaging and raising money to see, until this day where we've been able to raise up to 100 lights, in addition to the earlier 20 we had given them, so that the whole place is well lit, it is secure, and more so it is environmentally clean power, since this is all going to be solar, and save the costs the parish has been incurring, at the same time ensuring that it is much lighter and everybody can live without fear or insecurity in this place. So I and my wife, together with a friend Tony, Vakesha Foundation, we sat together, came out with a cost and said, let us provide 100 lights to see that this place is more lit.
As part of their ongoing artificial intelligence awareness campaign, students from Victoria University are set to meet with political leaders, including Honorable Muhammad Nsereko, the Kampala Member of Parliament for Central, to push for the adoption of AI in Uganda. Now, according to Emmanuel Hauka, the campaign's lead proponent, engaging policymakers is a crucial step towards compelling the government to integrate AI into service delivery and various aspects of life.
And better ways we can engage in making sure that we formulate policies that can support and protect individuals or create a favorable atmosphere that can allow innovation with reference to artificial intelligence. Furthermore, just this Tuesday of this week, I had a good engagement with Honorable Seroko Mohammed, the Member of Parliament, Central Kampala, and he discussed deeper on what he understands about artificial intelligence, and we are having him tomorrow at around midday at Victoria University to further impact us with knowledge.
The scientists in Europe wanted to make a human brain which is artificial. So when they wanted to make a human brain which was artificial, that led to the started the making of artificial intelligence.
So I'm here to encourage all youth in Uganda not only to see AI as a study, but also to see as a powerful tool for us to use as Ugandans and the community at large and the youth to evolve and empower Uganda.
Thank you for watching UCTV News. We are going to take a break and we'll be back with more stories.
UCTV, good news for all.
Radio Purchase, the best value-based community radio in Eastern Africa, running 24/7 with professional staff and solar energy backup of up to 500 kilowatts peak. We rock the whole of northern Uganda and the world using 7 languages on 90.9 FM and 94.5 FM in Arua on Ediofe Hill, 99.7 FM at Moyo on Adua Hill, 101.4 FM at For God in Gulu, and online at www.radiopurchase.org or download the Radio Purchase app from Google Play Store and Apple Store. Radio Purchase, peace of Christ for all.
Welcome back. This is the Uganda Catholic Television and you are watching the Friday edition of UCTV News with me, Sanjay Gloria Abosh. Let's continue with UCTV News. And after 4 years of renovation, Vidika Cathedral in Fort Portal City has been rededicated by the Papal Nuncio to Uganda, His Excellency Most Reverend Luigi Bianco. This historical cathedral serves as the seat of His Lordship Robert Muhira, the Bishop of Fort Portal Catholic Diocese. In this feature, we explore the rich history of Vidika Cathedral, its unique significance in the Catholic heritage, and how it has become a major tourist attraction in the region.
The city of Fort Portal in western Uganda was filled with joy and glory on the 3rd of March 2025 when tens of thousands of people turned up for the rededication of Our Lady of the Snows Vidika Cathedral. This cathedral was originally built in 1967 and was dedicated on the 21st of April in 1968 by His Eminence Lorian Cardinal Rugambwa, and at that time Cardinal Rugambwa was the Archbishop of Bukoba in Tanzania. Cardinal Rugambwa was also Africa's first cardinal. The cathedral is the main church of Fort Portal Catholic Diocese and the seat of the diocese's bishop. It's a major tourist attraction in the region. The cathedral's beauty is a source of pride for the Catholic community and the entire region. Many people come from distant places just to see the cathedral. Monsignor Isaiah Mayombo briefly takes us through the history of this Vidika Cathedral and how they have been able to bring out its unique beauty.
One, there was a first church which was destroyed by the earthquake in 1966. It destroyed so many things, and the old church of Vidika was destroyed. It was a big church. So when that church was built, there was need for building a new church. And to build a new church that would be earthquake resistant. That church is earthquake resistant. It has springs underneath. So that when the earthquake comes, it only shakes but can't break. Because of the experience, it was built after the nasty experience of the earthquake. We are satisfied with the work we have done. We have got what we wanted. And the cathedral started leaking. It is not the first time that the renovation is done. the cathedral was built in 1967 and then it was opened in 1968. But shortly after, it was reported that the roof was leaking. And interventions have been made several times to make sure that the problem is addressed. But in 1987, there was a major intervention where the roof cover was replaced. Thinking that they were going to address the problem, maybe it was they thought maybe it was coming from the sheet, the covering. But shortly after, the roof started in spite of the renovation. And another renovation was done in 2004. It was a major renovation where the roof cover was replaced, the ceiling was replaced, and many things were replaced. Thinking this time they had also solved the problem. It reoccurred. By 10 years after, the problem was worse. And so from 2016, the problem was getting worse and worse. Okay? And the question was, how do we address this problem once and for all, so that we don't have to do renovation and we do renovation again? So in 2020, it was obvious that we were going to do another major renovation. So 2021, the bishop launched the renovation project that we had to start, and we started. The question we asked ourselves was, how do we address the problem once and for all? So we took a lot of study now. We involved a lot of expertise, a lot of architects, a number of architects, engineers. Consultations were done, meetings were held to make sure that we find the problem, where the problem was coming from. And it was discovered that the problem was coming from the form, the structure of the roof, how it was, the design of the roof. So after that discovery and the consultations that came in, it was observed that one, we must change the roof design so that water is directed outside from the roof. Two, we had also to change the roof cover to use a more resilient and more a stronger roof cover. So we had the roof design was changed. We contracted a supervisor who is a project manager, who is ambitious construction, built a company, a very credible company in terms of project management. Project that started with the roof ended up with being the whole church. So when the design was made to channel the storm water from inside the roof to flow outside, it called for introducing pipes, big pipes, to take the water. And then the pipes could not stand alone because they would be ugly. So we had to introduce buttressed columns, 8 buttressed columns, to encase the pipes, okay, which were taking water off the roof. And when we introduced the buttressed columns, when they were standing alone, it kind of to change the shape of the church and the beauty would be compromised. So we introduced the arches around the church. So that's why you see arches around the church. We changed the floor, the entire floor terrazzo, we changed it. It was redone. And of course, there was an enhancement of the beauty by the sanctuary. We put the granite marble on the sanctuary. And then the cupola, we introduced light on the cupola to enhance the light inside the church. We changed the ceiling boards, put the new ones. And because of the global warming, because Vilka used to be a very cool place. And when we've been in the church, we'd never feel the heat in Vilka. But in these recent years, there have been a bit of getting warm in the church. So we introduced a heat insulator on top of the ceiling, such that when you are in the church, it's like you are it's air conditioned because of the heat insulator above the ceiling. We replaced all the pavements in the walkways and on the veranda. We introduced modern security systems, CCTV cameras, and smoke detectors. All the systems of the church had to be reviewed, replaced. So this is what we have done we have done to Vilka. It looks beautiful. We are happy. It is in the shape it is. We are satisfied with the work we have done. We are satisfied with our contractor, and we're happy. We're happy. If people come and take pictures, if people want to come and see, not because some are not drawn by their faith, but they know in our community we have this beautiful church. And when we were making fundraising, some people brought us money, not because they were Catholics, but they would come to Vilka. I like that church, let me give you this much.
Believers are extremely happy and satisfied with the work done.
I'm calling everyone to come and pray from here every Sundays. We have masses morning, first mass at 7, another one at 10, then for youth at 3.
The church is looking nice. I'm proud of. I'm requesting HM, Mr. Kataraga Rigad, to accept those students of SS to come here for prayers.
M. Frank, UCTV News.
It's time now for Today in History. It's a pleasure to know that you are tuned in to the Uganda Catholic Television. Following our different programs, I am Sunday Gloria Aboch, and that's all time we had for you this Friday edition of UCTV News. Have the very best of the weekend.